guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Coco chat. Back in like 2015, when I first started my channel, I started this segment series called the Coco chat. I only made one video, but it was basically just like for me to sit down and like discuss things, or I'm revamping it. So it is going to be discussions, but it will probably primarily be writing like discussions, but possibly with like a few bookish discussions if I ever think of any. Right now I only have writing ideas. But yeah, so it's going to be just this series on my channel where I talk about writing and things, bookish things, and just kind of sit down, really chill, just like a brief, notes of what I want to talk about, and just get comfy, drink some hot chocolate, and discuss things. Using my Cursed Child mug. I'm also wearing my Cursed Child Hogwarts hoodie and I am obsessed. This is my current favorite mug, but I'm just drinking some normal hot chocolate, but I do have some Bailey's caramel creamer inside, which is like my favorite thing ever. So that's what's happening. That's the Coco deal. So let's just get right into this Coco chat. But the discussion today, as I'm sure you can read from the title, is dreaming as an author. So I'm going to be kind of talking about my dream to be an author and kind of like little things that I dream about all the time in regards to being a writer, and kind of like the things that I like look forward to. Also, this hot chocolate is not hot anymore because I just filmed 2 videos while I was waiting for this to cool down a bit, and one video took way longer than I thought it was going to, and so now this isn't even hot anymore, but like whatever. So recently I've been feeling really insecure about writing and about being published one day. I've been feeling like I'm not good enough to be a writer and to be published, and just getting like really emo about it. And so I thought that it would be fun to kind of talk about the things that like I dream about and things that I really want out of being a writer, and kind of the things that I've seen other writers have or do that I kind of be like, that would be fun to have. Basically, if you guys don't know, it's been my dream to be a published author since I was like 6 or 7 years old. Like, I was really young. Ever since like I learned how to write and read, I was obsessed. I used to want to be a teacher before I wanted to be an author, but once I, discovered that love for writing really early on, I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, ever since I was young, everybody around me has known that I loved writing and I wanted to be a writer. Like, literally everybody around me. My grandparents would always like tell all of their friends, like, my granddaughter wants to be a writer. Like, classmates all knew that I was obsessed with reading and writing and just everything like that. Like, we did this one thing, I think it was in grade 5, where we had this picture of like a bucket, and we had to like fill each other's buckets with like compliments. So basically we would like pass this piece of paper around and we had to write compliments about everybody. And so on mine, almost every single compliment was, "You're a good writer," and I was just like, wow, thank you so much. And I was like so flattered. So like everybody knows that I've always wanted to be a writer. Like, my coworkers know, and they're like rooting me on and are so proud of me, and I love it. It's always been my dream. So there's just some things that I've just always looked forward to. Some are very mainstream that kind of everybody dreams about, like, like seeing your book in a bookstore bookshelf. That's like something that everybody wants to do and wants to see. Opening a box of my ARCs, like advanced reader copies, or just opening a box of my books and seeing my book for the first time. I crave that. But I do have a list of like specific things that I want and I dream of constantly, and like I crave. Like, I literally crave this shit so badly, and I think about it constantly. I think I was crying about it the other night because I was just like, oh my god, I want this so bad. One is to take a super cute author photo. So I love looking at author photos and just seeing like the different poses and like different things, and I really want to take a cute author photo. Like, I love Christine's author photo. I love how Jenna took it. I think it's Adam Silvera's photo. I think I love Jenny Han's photo, Morgan Matson's photo. I just love looking at author photos, and I really want a cool author photo. Yeah, I don't know, like, I just want it to be like this cute photo that like really represents me and who I am. But like, that's like a dream, is to have like an author photo and see like my author photo in the back of a book on the dust jacket. Just, oh my god, I want it so bad. Okay, the next one is writing acknowledgements. For some reason, I really want to write acknowledgements. In the last like year, year and a half, 2 years, something like that. I've been obsessed with reading acknowledgements. I never used to read acknowledgements, and now all of a sudden I always have to read them. My favorite acknowledgement is from Gigarella. It makes me cry every single time that I read it. You know what? I'm gonna read you guys part of her acknowledgement. Give me a second. Look how much I highlighted. It's my annotated copy. Look how much I highlighted. I literally highlighted 2/3 of her freaking acknowledgements. Okay, so I want to do the last little paragraph or two. So it says, never give up on your dreams and never let anyone tell you that what you love. Oh my god, I want to cry already. Okay. Never give up on your dreams and never let anyone tell you that what you love is inconsequential or useless or a waste of time. Because if you love it, if that OTP or children's card game or abridged series or YA book or animated series makes you happy, that is never a waste of time. Because in the end, we're all just a bunch of weirdos standing in front of other weirdos asking for their username, which is a beautiful Notting Hill reference. So as Carmador always says, look to the stars, aim, ignite. Like, I don't know, I love it so much. And just, I want to write acknowledgements that can make somebody feel this way, like feel seen and loved and heard, and I don't know, I want to write some sappy ass acknowledgements, okay? So this next one is one that I saw Morgan Matson do on her Instagram. Morgan Matson has framed the dust jacket of the unexpected everything. So she has a dust jacket of the unexpected everything. She has it laid out flat and it's framed. And it is beautiful. Okay, so if I have a beautiful ass dust jacket, then I want to do that, okay? Because that just sounds freaking amazing. If I was Sandy Manon, I would totally frame the dust jacket for When Dimple Met Rishi, or even just like the back part of the dust jacket, because it's my favorite thing ever, where Dimple's throwing her iced coffee on Rishi. Oh, favorite thing. Like, that sold me on reading the book, was just seeing that back cover. Either, you know, framing the actual dust jacket, or being like Sandy Manon, where she actually just frames the covers, and they're on her like wall in her office or something. They're like huge and beautiful, and I want to do that because I want to see my book everywhere. I'm gonna be one of those authors that is so obsessed with my own book that I just have a million copies everywhere. Like, you look at Sasha Alsberg, you look at Christine Riccio, okay, and they have a million copies of their books, and you best believe that they're always in the background of their videos. So, like, that will be me. Warning you now, it will be me. I will be doing it, and I am excited about it. Now these other ones are, like, maybe a bit more ambitious, or, like, up to chance, or, like, maybe things that I can't necessarily control, but like would be really, really cool. The first one is to have an exclusive edition of my books, like an Indigo edition, a Barnes & Noble edition, or like a Target edition. Just something that has like extra content in it, because I love buying editions of my favorite books. Like all of the different places, like Again But Better, I have the Barnes & Noble and I have the Target edition. Because I wanted all that extra content, okay? I wanted the deleted scenes, I wanted the annotated chapter, I want the opportunity to do cool things like that, to add like bonus content into it. And so yeah, it's a dream of mine to have like an exclusive edition. Or like Rainbow Rowell with Wayward Son, where there's like 3 or like 4, like a billion different covers and like editions. Like there's the Waterstones edition with those beautiful sprayed edges to match Baz's suit. Oh my god, okay. I just really want different editions of my book, and I think that would be really, really cool. So that one's like a pipe dream. Like, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but I really want it to. Another one that, again, that I can't really control is to have my book featured in a subscription box. That's just because I like subscription boxes. I've only received the one, but I love watching unboxings for them. So I just like the idea of like bookish items in a box with a book. You know, if it was themed to my book, that would be even cooler, because then the items would specifically represent my book. And I think about this all the time, like what items would be in the box. Yeah, I think it's so cool. So another one is to go on book tour, just like in general, even though that causes like major anxiety, but I just like crave signing people's books. But specifically to have my launch party at my local Indigo store, my local chapters. I love going to signings there. I go to signings there all the time when they have signings. I think it would just be so much fun to have my launch party there. Sabina Khan, who wrote the 11 Lives for Kasana Ellie, her launch party at my local chapters because she also like lives in my city. So like I was just there and I was like, oh my god, this is my dream, like to just have my launch party here. And I think it'd be cool to have like baked goods themed to my book that like have the book cover on them, like Again But Better. Natasha got cupcakes, or no, she got cookies. She got cookies that had like the Again But Better cover on it for Christine, and like I want that. Like, I just think it'd be so cool. And then like, you know, everyone would be able to come, like my family could come, my friends could come, just anybody who's ever supported me could come, and I just think that it would just be really cool, okay? And I would definitely cry. And then another one is kind of more realistic, just because, okay, let me tell you and then I'll tell you why I think it's a bit more realistic, but it's to see somebody talk about my book on YouTube. I'm not going to be watching any reviews or anything, like I'm not going to be that author that like seeks out reviews and then like types things to them. I'm not going to do that. But like just to see it mentioned in like a book haul, or like, you know, something like that, just to see it mentioned in like a book haul, just like any video where it's just like mentioned, not reviewed, just mentioned, I think would be really cool, because I watch booktube all the time obviously, and just to see somebody else holding my book would be really cool. And the reason why I think this is more realistic is because I'm friends with some booktubers, and so I know that they would show my book, you know, like Peyton and Julia, there's no way they wouldn't have my book in one of their videos. Like, they would totally do that, as I would do the same for them. That's why I feel like it's a bit more realistic, just because I'm friends with a couple of other booktubers. If I wasn't a booktuber myself and wasn't friends with other people, then it would be more like unrealistic or like up to chance. But I do feel like I have like a bit of control over this one just because I know booktubers. Yeah, those are all the ones that I have written down. I don't know, I really dream of like the little things, of signing my first book. Oh, another author dream! Wow, okay. I didn't even write this one down, but another dream that I have is to take like a finished copy of my book or an advanced reader copy of my book, just any copy of my book, and go deliver it to people or give it to people. Like I want to send it to my friends, I want to give it to family. And I want to give it to teachers, like my old teachers. Okay, I've had a lot of shitty teachers in my life, a lot of teachers that I hate. But there are a few that I love so dearly and who have just supported me and loved me, and I appreciate that beyond words. Back in June's writing vlog, I think, I visited my elementary school and I saw my grade 5 teacher, and I talked about it all in that video. I wrote her a few stories when I was still in elementary school and like in her class, and I gave them to her and she loved them, and she read one of them to her class a couple of times, which is like crazy. I went back and the first thing she said when she saw me was, "I still have your stories in my classroom." She went and found them for me, and I was like crying almost. Like I was just like so like, I don't know, I felt so like supported, and yeah, she was like, "You better bring me a copy of your book when it's published." And I was like, you bet that I will. Like I will. I definitely want to bring her a copy of my book. And there's a few high school teachers that I'd love to give my book to. There was my English 11 and 12 teacher who is also like a writer, and she was just so supportive and I love her so much. And there's my psychology teacher who I loved, and there was my photography and art teacher that I loved. Like literally in my yearbook they wrote about this shit. Okay, let me grab my grade 12 yearbook. I'm not going to show you the front because it says my school name, but this is my grade 12 yearbook. This is where our teachers' signatures were supposed to go, and I only got 3 because I only cared about 3 teachers. But my psychology teacher said, "Your love of words and story will always be remembered. Pursue this with passion so I can read you in the future." Love that. And like I hardly ever talked about writing with him, so like I love that. And then my English teacher said, "You are a girl after my own heart. You have the passion and spirit of a writer. Chase this, pursue it, fight for it. It'll be the best thing you do. Wishing you all the best in life's journey. I'll miss you." Like I just want to cry because I'm just like, wow, people care, and so I want to give them copies of my book. I think also my classmates also wrote nice things about writing. Let me just quickly look. So there was a girl in my class, in my English class, and she said, "I promise I'll read your books one day." Super sweet. Someone said, "You have so much potential and I know you're going so far. I can't wait until you become a famous author where I will show up to your book signings to loudly fangirl over you. I'll think back to the days in art class where you would practice your signature." So true. I would never do my art projects. I would just practice my signature everywhere. And then someone says, "As always, can't wait to read your books when they come out." But like, how sweet is that? God, I love my friends. That was a very long-winded way for me to say that I just want to give people copies of my book and tell people. Like, I just want to like post on Facebook to everybody that I know and be like, "Yo, my book's coming out, bitches. Buy it. Support me. Give me your money." This is so cold. I also want to like do like Instagram like stories, be like, "Yo, my book's coming out, buy it." Okay, I think I'm done. I'm getting weird now. But that's basically my dreams as an author, my dreams for being an author, me being emo over wanting to be an author. It's fine. Thank you guys for watching this Coco chat. I hope to have more of these in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure to comment down below some of your author dreams if you are a aspiring author. I'd really love to know. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!